All right, hey, I'm Todd Huber, and we're standing here in the Skateboarding Hall of Fame. We're a non-profit skateboarding museum located in Simi Valley, California. Now, we're here in the very beginning of the museum to talk about the very beginning of skateboarding. A lot of skaters today don't know that skateboards started out as scooters. So when you come here, you'll see all these old scooters. And a lot of them are from the 1920s, the 1930s, and they're really old. But another thing that a lot of skaters don't know is once the handle came off, they became skateboards, and they started out as roller skates. That's what an old roller skate looks like. And so they would take a roller skate and they'd put it on a piece of wood like this, and now it's a skateboard. And if you look at this wall, you'll notice that everyone is different because everyone is homemade. This one, for example, they use nails to secure this roller skate, and they had to bend the nail over or it would have gone all the way through, and you can't step on nails. One thing you might notice is you can't adjust the trucks. They're just hanging there. There's no way to make them looser or tighter. That's just how they are.
Wow.
So imagine trying to ride that. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I have a question for you. When is this one from? It looks pretty old.
Yeah, it's before, all of these ones are before 1962. So the thing about it is nobody really knows when they're from. We just know they're before 1962. Because it wasn't until 1962 that companies started making skateboards, and that's this next section. And the very first skateboard you could buy is right here. It's called the Ski Skate, and it was from 1962, and it was made in Culver City, California. Wow. And, a lot of times they called them sidewalk surfboards. So, like for example, this one here is called the sidewalk surfboard. This one's called the Hawaiian surf. This one's sidewalk surfboard. This was the road surfer. A lot of times they tried to associate skateboarding and surfing, and so that's why they're called surfboards. This one was from Canada, so it wasn't just America. Oh, wow. This one was made in Canada. There's some that are made in Switzerland, like this one here. There's some that are made in Australia. This one's made in Australia. Nice. Some that are made in the UK. There's another one from Canada. And this is one of the first ones that had grip on it. And the grip wasn't grip, it's grooves in the wood to give you grip. Like today, it would be grip tape. It was called the Action Traction. But you'll notice if you step back and look at this whole wall, one thing you notice is none of them have grip tape and none of them have kicktails. So those hadn't been invented yet. That's not until we get to part two. But I want to just point out another really interesting board from part one is this one here, the Daniel Boone, the Fess Parker. That was from a TV show in the 1960s starring a guy named Fess Parker. Now he makes wine of all things. And also, and then I'll wrap up part one here. The most popular board on this wall was called the Black Knight. Everybody comes in here that's my age, which is between 50 and 60. They always ask me, do you have a Black Knight? And yes, we do. It's right in the middle. That's why I put it right there. That's what everybody wants to see. So that's a good wrap for part one. We're going to come back with part two, and in part two we're going to show you some of the inventions that changed skateboarding. Grip tape, kicktails, urethane wheel, precision bearings, and the kick nose. Stay tuned for part two.
All right, guys, that's part one.